Very, very nice.
Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to the Eagle House Volunteer Appreciation Barbecue. For the most of you know me, but I will introduce myself. My name is Doreen Noble, and I have the privilege to serve as the Director of the Council on Aging for the town of Lunenburg. We have a couple of people that we would like to acknowledge first today before I begin passing out certificates. What I want to acknowledge today is that we have, first of all, a member of the Board of Selectmen, Jamie Toll, here with us. Ms. Spidell, our town manager, will be arriving shortly. She's just tied up on a call, but she will be down and arriving shortly. And then we have prestigious members of the Council on Aging Board. Okay, so to my right, I have Mary Lynn Conrad. She is now serving as your current president. At the back is Barbara Brown, who is the vice president. We have Joyce Walsh over there with the potato chips. Okay. Deb Seeley over there looking beautiful in the apron as always. Miss Jane Doyle, who was your kind receptionist and took your tickets. And that's your current board. We have two new board members that are standing up ready to help. They will be passing out cake. That's Connie O'Day and Whitney Laffer. Also retiring from the board, okay, and has done a great deal of service for us is Mr. Peter Lincoln, who will be helping today. Jim Hayes retired from the board this year, along with Fred Krellin. So that wraps up the members of the board who have been helping us out for many years. We do have a couple of openings on the Council on Aging Board. We meet the second Tuesday of the month at 10:30. So if you are interested in becoming a member of the board of the Council on Aging and you have an interest in assisting elderly in the town of Lunenburg, I encourage you to ask and fill out a talent sheet at the town hall, and we're always looking for new advocates for the elderly. Before we continue, I also want to thank the Lunenburg Fire Department, Chief Paul Sullivan, who is out there. He says he will not cook, but he is schlepping the uncooked burgers and hot dogs to the grill while his firefighters are grilling for us, and the Lunenburg Police Department is present. It was great because about 25 minutes ago, the Lunenburg Fire Department, who had volunteered to do the cooking, got called out on a fire. And it's wonderful to see the cooperation of the interdepartments, because then the Lunenburg Police Department stepped up. I'm happy to report that the fire department is back, and the Lunenburg Police Department is observing them cooking the burgers. So everything is safe and secure right now in the town of Lunenburg. I also want to thank, we have a door prize, so if you had your ticket, make sure your ticket went into the bucket when you went in with your name on it, because Kate Preverett did a lovely floral decoration for us with lottery tickets on it. It's amounted to $25 that was donated to us by the Eagle House Supporters, Inc. And it also holds 2 Powerball tickets for tomorrow's Powerball, which I believe is about 40 million. Okay, so, 400 million. Okay? And speaking of the Eagle House Supporters, Inc., they are the group who is funding this for us. They are providing the full cost of today's meal, along with the gifts and prizes that we are giving out. We give out Dunkin' Donuts certificates to some of our volunteers that do long-time service, which I'll get into, but they also provide for numerous things. I also want to thank Sandy Latart for providing us with the cake. She provides the cake in honor of her father, Ed Reed. Many of you know law that Ed Reed passed this year. Now, this is a really nifty prize that will be going to volunteers this year, and the Friends of the Eagle House supporters paid for it, and Selectman Toll will be passing them out. I want to explain them to you so that you don't tell me that something isn't working on it. This is a handy-dandy pen. It is inscribed with the words Eagle House Senior Center as the telephone number for those of you that don't know it. It has a really nifty motto, live, laugh, and love, which is what we try to do here at the Eagle House. Some of it in, some of the love and we're a little bit, we've got to be careful on that stuff. But we live, laugh, and love here at the Eagle House. So, Claire, I'm watching you. And on the top of it, we have a handy-dandy flashlight. Okay? And then you have your pen. And then, now this is the part that may confuse some. This tip is not an eraser. It is called a stylus. For those of you that use electronic tablets, Kindles, or Blackberries or anything like that, it is an electronic stylus to use, okay? So those will be going out to those of you that receive certificates today. All right? Now, let me just explain without further ado how this works. Okay, there are many people here in the room, many of you serve as volunteers in different capacities, but I want to let you know that there are three groups of people that tend to get confused. We have members of the Council on Aging, those of you that punch in on that computer, that thing that nobody understands, and you put your volunteer hours in it. Or those of you who say to Sue, I don't know how to do this, can you put my volunteer hours in? Those are the people that are going to be recognized today, okay? We also have members of the Eagle House Supporters, Inc. Those people are our booster group, for lack of a better term. They provide the funding. That's a separate group from those that are being recognized today. And then, of course, we have our social club, which is the Friendly Seniors. So some of you may volunteer in those capacities. This special recognition dinner, anybody is invited to, but only those that will be receiving gifts or certificates or acknowledgement are those who volunteer for the Council on Aging itself. Okay, so without further ado, we will present these alphabetically, and Pete and Mary Ann will help me. We have a certificate, and Jamie gives out the pens, yeah? Okay, the first certificate goes to Gil Anderson. And I will be reading names of everybody that we have certificates for. I know some people are not in the room, okay? Betty Abishon is not with us, okay? But Cheryl Abishon is. Cheryl Abishon, Pete, if you'd be so kind. Tony Bertone is not with us, okay? Joanne Brazel has served as a volunteer and is now on staff. Joanne's in the kitchen area for you, okay? She's taking her gloves off and everything. So, this is big stuff here.
Thank you very much.
If you'd give Mr. Jack Brigham Meals on Wheels. Jack? Right here, Jack Brigham. Okay, certificate. And Barbara Brown. Barbara is in the kitchen with gloves on too.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Phyllis Cotorio. Phyllis is right over there with a big smile. And next to Phyllis, one of our volunteers extraordinaire, Sue Chaffee. I don't see Olive Colburn in the room. Is Olive here? No, Olive is not here. Pete, could you present this certificate, please? This certificate goes to our president, and she can have a pen. Mary. It's a certificate for board member Fred Krellen. Elaine DeSalle, I think Elaine is our Meals on Wheels. Oh, you are here. I saw you come in, but I thought you might be delivering meals today. So Elaine DeSalle, thank you. newest volunteers, we'd like to welcome Betty DiGiacomo. Betty. And one of our faithful volunteers, Miss Jane Doyle. Jane.
She's out there.
These folks aren't with us today, but they have served us extremely faithful, Claudette and Dawn Esposito. Jan Fickett also serves us quite wonderfully. Is Jan here today? No. Okay. Sandy Flanagan is not here today, but Alice Gosson is. So Alice is sitting. Oh, you know her, Dawn. You know her. And Bob Hamill, I don't believe Bob is here. Bob Hamill. And Rita Hamill. And I don't believe Mr. Jim Hayes is here. And I don't believe Ian Jenkins is here. Ian is one of our Meals on Wheels folks. Corey Kelly. Corey, we see on Wednesdays working in our library. One of our newest volunteers, Whitney Lacker, Board of Council on Aging. And where did Whitney slip away? She slipped away. Whitney over there. Okay. And I think these folks are not around today, but both Chris and John Latanzi are volunteers with us. Amy Leaf over there looking lovely in the red. And these are Arnie Rill's assistants, Brenda Layton and Jeff Layton. We'll get to you, Arnie, when we get to the R's. And I think, is Isabel Levy still delivering? She's not here today. Okay, so Isabel Levy, one of our Meals on Wheels drivers. And Mary Lynn, please stop looking at the cake and return to the podium. Can you get the frosting off there? Okay, I'm going to let you present this certificate.
Okay. Oh, for many, many hours of appreciation for helping us out, Mr. Peter Lincoln.
You got that? Okay. And Betsy Lindsay, one of our wonderful volunteers. Betsy's right over there. Ollie Martin isn't here, and I don't believe Sis Montori is here, and I apologize, I did miss mentioning that Sis Montori also retired from the Board of the Council on Aging this year. So Sis Montori, and she always does such a wonderful job for us as well at Christmas time. But we also have another new volunteer on the Council on Aging Board, which I introduced you to Connie O'Day. Geez, these two people aren't in the room. I was surprised that they missed today, but they have been longtime volunteers of the Council on Aging, serving Meals on Wheels to many of our clients up until Mario had a stroke. But both Mario and Ian Pacciola have provided us with great numbers of volunteers. And always with a smile and a hand to help, we have Jennifer Ram. Jennifer, thank you. Pat Ruggiero. And where is Pat today? Right in front of me. Okay? You're so kind. Pat is right here. No, she's sparkling. Okay. And a drum roll, I'm going to say for one of our oldest, but I'm going to say dedicated. One of our dedicated, numerous years, Mr. Arnie Rill. And another Meals on Wheels driver that we have who is taking a sabbatical is Carolyn Sabal. And I also want to mention that Carolyn lost her husband this year, Jerry Krishna, and Jerry also filled in volunteering. So we want to give thanks to both Carolyn Sabal and to Jerry Krishna for their help. And Miss Deb Seeley on our Council on Aging board back there. Thank you. Claire Shaw, right here in the front, Pete. And not to be missed, wearing her floral hat today, Miss Dot St. Jean. And after 4 years and going into my 5th year as Council on Aging Director, one of the hardest jobs I have to do is pronounce this last name. But I want to award with a certificate of appreciation for helping out with Meals on Wheels whenever she is home from school and when she's not around and needs help filling in. We have both mom and daughter volunteering, and that's Julianne Swinchitsky and Ruth Swinchitsky. Ruth is in the kitchen right at the moment. Oh, there they are.
May I say that I'm happy to present this award to Julianne because she was one of my former 3rd grade students.
Thank you, ladies. We also have a longtime member of our Council on Aging Board, Joyce Wass. Joyce is, she was guarding the potato chips. I don't know where she's gone. Oh, she sat down. And another new volunteer that we have is Maria Vitone. I said that right. Maria, did I say that right? Okay, Maria Vitone right over here. Thank you very much. So Jamie, your job is done and we will feed you for your service. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, I give you these. And I'm going to have you come do this too. Those. All right. So now we move on to the next section, and Pete will be passing out these. We have members of our Century Plus Club. Okay, that doesn't mean they're a century old. Okay, it means that they have within this fiscal year, which goes from July 1st to June 30 of last year, have provided us with over 100 hours of service. And thanks to the Eagle House Supporters Incorporated, we were able to give them a $10 gift certificate to Dunkin' Donuts. So Pete will pass that out to Gil Anderson for 145 hours of service. To Suzanne Choppy for 323 1/2 hours of service. And Pete, stay right there because you're going to give Betsy Lindsay a gift certificate for 160 1/2 hours. To Dot St. Jean over there for 113 hours. We also have a $10 gift certificate going to Claire Shaw for 135.5 hours. Right here in front, there we go. And Tony, did you have one more left? He's got 2 more left, okay. And the other one is for Isabel Levitt, who isn't here, at 136 hours. And for Tony Bertoni, who isn't here, for 114 hours. And that's our Century Plus group. And then we move on to our 50 Plus group. And these are folks who, most of them are 50 and over, but okay. Right? But these are our 50-plus groups, and they have served in this calendar year for over 50 hours. And thanks to the Eagle House Supporters, Inc., we give them a $5 gift certificate. Nowadays, that buys you a cup of coffee, okay? So, and one cup of coffee. Cheryl Abishon with 85.5 hours. Marianne, if you want to split those up with Pete, I'm sure he'll help you out too. Okay? Jack Brigham, 82 hours. Jack, right here in yellow. Olive Colburn is not here, but she contributed 51 hours of service. Elaine DeSalle, right up here in the front, 76 hours. And Betty DiGiacomo, 77.5 hours, is one of our new volunteers. So, Betty, we're hoping that you'll get into the 100 plus next year. It's something to really go for, that $10 gift certificate. Okay, Ian Jenkins at 88 hours. Ian isn't here. John Latanzi at 70 hours. Amy Lee is here. Amy Lee at 54.5 hours. And Brenda Layton at 98 hours. Brenda. Over there. Pat Ruggiero at 52 hours. And Pat is right here, Pete, sparkling. And Mary Lynn, you might as well stay there. Do you have one more? Do you have, oh, Pete, can you give that? Okay. Ani Real at 64 hours.
Because he gave me 2 hours.
No, Ani Real?
Okay.
Okay, and we have Jennifer Ram, and I'm sorry. Who? Jeff, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Jennifer, mine too. Jeff Layton with 90, hold on, Jeff has 98 hours. Sorry about that. Sorry. And Carolyn Sabal isn't with us, but she has 86.5 hours. And that's our 50-plus club. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, we're going to move on to this very interesting award, okay, which comes with a certificate. I'm going to need to put my certificate, Sue. Under, thank you. Now, this is a very interesting award that goes to a volunteer who has accumulated the most amount of hours within the fiscal year. If you have won it in the past, you cannot win this coveted award a second time. So we have many people who have won this coveted award over the years, and they do have numerous hours. For instance, I know that one of our winners, Sue Chalky, has over 330 some odd hours. But Sue has won it before, and there are other people in the room that have won it before. However, this year, in the calendar year, the Tony the Tiger Award is given to Mr. Gil Anderson for 145 hours. I'm telling you, that's a coveted award, Gil. I know. Yeah, the dog. Okay, now we have 3 Golden Eagle Awards being given out. The Golden Eagle Awards are given out to those members who, in a calendar year, have provided us with over 500 hours of service within the calendar year. Thank you. You need that. You frame that. Put that down in your man cave. Okay, so we have, as I said, three Golden Eagle Awards. If give that to Mary Lynn and Pete. We only have one person present, though, in the room that will be receiving a Golden Eagle, and that is Betsy Lindsay. So Betsy, if you could come up to get your Golden Eagle with 1,573 hours. We have Isabel Levitt, who isn't here today, one of our Meals on Wheels driver. She is receiving a Golden Eagle at 1,624.75 hours of service this calendar year. Dot St. Jean, could you come up here for a moment, please? You're not in trouble. Just go on, please. It is with great sadness. It's a double blessing and a joy. Those of you know that Marion Brandt, who was a stalwart in our kitchen, a permanent figure here at the Eagle House, who actually would receive phone calls here at the Eagle House because she told people it was her place of employment, passed in December of this year. And Marion, in the course of her service to the Eagle House, provided us with over, and if those of you that can stand, I'd like to award posthumously the Golden Eagle to Marion's friend Dot. On behalf of Marion and Bob, Upton had wished he could be here as well. Bob wasn't feeling well. But posthumously, on behalf of Marion, who served 6,095 point hours. It would have been her 14th Golden Eagle. And so that concludes the ceremony part of our of the day.